Hi everybody, welcome to today's video where we will learn how ancient wisdom meets with modern psychology. We will be diving into Karma Yoga, the timeless philosophy from the Bhagavad Gita that teaches us how to act with purpose without attachment to outcomes. This Bhagavad Gita is rooted in the Upanishad and brought to life through the dialogue between Arjuna and Krishna. Karma Yoga is more than just an action, it's a spiritual path to inner freedom through selfless service and disciplined duty. But how does this connect with the growth mindset? A concept championed by psychologist Dr. Carol Dweck. It's all about embracing effort, learning from failure, and believing in the power of transformation. In this video, we will explore how these two powerful ideas, one ancient, one modern, can guide us towards a more meaningful, resilient, and purpose-driven life. Let's get started. Now, welcome to a journey into the heart of spiritual philosophy, where action meets awareness and purpose transcends personal gain. Now let us explore the profound practice of Karma Yoga, the yoga of selfless action. At its core lies the Dharma. Dharma means duty, a religious path. It's about fulfilling our duties, not for applause or reward, but because it's the right thing to do. But the path isn't easy. We face the ego, that inner voice craving recognitions. We battle attachment, the emotional bond that ties us to outcomes. And we wrestle with the expectations of reward, hoping our efforts will pay off in a tangible way. Karma Yoga teaches us to act without clinging, to serve without seeking, to do the devotions, not desire. When we embrace duty with humility, when we release the grip of ego and expectations, we open the door to inner peace and spiritual liberation. So let us walk this path, not for what we gain, but for what we become. Now, welcome to the next step in our journey, where mindset becomes the soil in which growth takes root. Let us get introduced to the powerful idea of growth mindset, the belief that our talents and abilities aren't fixed, but can be cultivated through effort, learning, and perseverance. Unlike fixed mindset, which sees limitation as a permanent, growth mindset invites us to embrace challenges and learn from setbacks. Every failure becomes a feedback, every obstacle a stepping stone. This mindset fuels resilience, motivation, and deep understanding that success isn't a gift. It's earned through hard work and persistence. The visuals here reinforces this transformation, showing that growth is not just possible but inevitable when we choose to believe in it. So whether you are learning a new skill, facing a tough moment, or chasing a dream, remember, your potential is not a limit, it's a journey. This slide highlights the key difference between a growth mindset and fixed mindset. A growth mindset is rooted in the belief that intelligence and abilities can be developed through dedication and effort. It encourages embracing challenges and viewing failure as learning opportunities. People with this mindset actively seek feedback and celebrate others' success, focusing on continuous progress rather than just result. In contrast, a fixed mindset assumes that intelligence and talents are static and unchangeable. Those with this perspective tend to avoid challenges, fear failure, and react defensively to criticism. They may feel threatened by others' achievement, and prioritize outcome over the learning process. Understanding this mindset is crucial for fostering personal development and resilience in both professional and personal context. Now let us understand why growth mindset is beneficial for learning at work and life. Be more open to learning new things in any areas of your life. A growth mindset allows you to see obstacles and difficulties as opportunities to grow and improve your skills and abilities. Be more motivated to work hard on your goals. Growth mindset enables you to believe that you can achieve anything with enough effort and practice. You also value the process and the progress, not just the outcome. Be more confident in your abilities. A growth mindset fosters a positive self-image and a belief that you can overcome challenges and failures. You also celebrate the success of others and learn from their achievement. Have better relationship. A growth mindset promotes effective communication and conflict resolution. You also appreciate the diversity and uniqueness of others and seek to grow together. Research has shown that a growth mindset has positive effects on motivation, performance, resilience, creativity, and well-being. I think you will agree with me. People with growth mindset tend to embrace challenges, seek feedback, learn from mistakes, and persist in the face of obstacles. They also tend to have more positive self-image and higher self-efficacy. Here are just some of the examples of famous people who had growth mindset. They all believed that they could achieve anything with enough effort and practice. They also valued the process and the progress, not just the outcome. They learned from their mistakes, failures, and feedback. They celebrated the success of others and learned from their achievement. They are an inspiration for anyone who wants to adopt a growth mindset and achieve their goals. Herein, Albert Einstein said, "I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Similarly, what Oprah Winfrey said is that if you want to make a difference, be different. Here are the people who believed in themselves, who have taken this continuous learning as a process, and they have taken the feedback or criticism of others in a positive way. They have understood if they have failed, it is a stepping stone or obstacles which can be learned and improved and implemented into the life. So growth mindset is very essential to grow in our personal and professional life. Ownership mindset, resilience, and growth mindset. These three are very essential for personal development and success. Resilience, growth mindset, and ownership mindset are interrelated psychological attributes that contribute to personal development and success. They can reinforce each other, creating a positive cycle that helps individuals navigate challenges, embrace learning, and take responsibility for their actions and outcome. They are interrelated to each other and they work together, and as a result, when you develop all these three things, it will help you to become successful in your career. Now let us understand what is this resilience. Resilience refers to the ability to bounce back from challenges, setbacks, and adversity. It involves maintaining a positive attitude, adapting to change, and finding ways to overcome obstacles. Resilient individuals can navigate difficulties without being overwhelmed by them, and they often view challenges as an opportunity for growth. And what is ownership mindset? An ownership mindset involves taking responsibility for one's actions, decisions, and outcome. Individuals with this mindset, that ownership mindset, view themselves as active participants in their own lives and are accountable for their own choices. They don't shy away from the challenges. They take initiative to drive changes, positive changes. People with an ownership mindset are more likely to be productive, proactive, problem solvers, and invested in the outcomes of their efforts. So, ownership mindset, resilience, and growth mindset are working together to help you to grow. So, along with growth mindset, one needs to develop ownership mindset also. And if somebody is very good at growth mindset, automatically he become resilient. So these three are interrelated and work in a cycle. It will help you to grow. Now let us understand the science behind this growth mindset, or rather how this growth mindset works to make you successful in your personal and professional life. There is no definitive answer to which type of motivation has more impact on growth mindset, as different people may respond differently to intrinsic and extrinsic factors. What is this intrinsic and extrinsic factors? The motivations which is coming from within will be lasting more and will help you to grow. And this motivation coming from within is intrinsic, whereas the extrinsic means the external factor which is helping you to motivate yourself. For example, if you feel that if I do this, I'll get that. As we said in our initial phase, when we were talking about karma yoga, we talked about that we did not have to work for the results or outcome. We have to put our effort, keep on continuously learning. Definitely the results or rewards will come automatically. Here, when we say that or talk about extrinsic and intrinsic factors, we will say something. I just want to say something, that there were some research has been done, and some researchers have suggested that intrinsic motivation is more conducive to developing a growth mindset, as it fosters curiosity, challenge and autonomy. Extrinsic motivation, on the other hand, may undermine intrinsic motivation and lead to a fixed mindset, as it focuses on external outcome and evaluation rather than personal growth and enjoyment. Now let us take this science behind the growth mindset little further ahead. Have you ever marveled at some people seem to effortlessly adapt to new challenges and keep improving no matter the odds or difficulties or failures? The answer lies in the concept of growth mindset. I'll repeat, what is this growth mindset? Again, a belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed with dedication and practice. This person who is having growth mindset will work hard, focus and learn from the odds or difficulties or challenges, understand the gap and keep on improving. Understanding the science behind the mindset and the brain's remarkable plasticity is not only fascinating but also holds the key to personal development, and it also helps in enhanced learning. The brain's plasticity or ability of the brain to adapt to different situations very quickly. For that, one needs to keep on practicing or keep on learning. To comprehend or understand the brain's plasticity, we must consider the role of synapses. What is this synapses? It is those minuscule gaps that facilitate communications between neurons. When we learn this synapses, or when we learn these synapses can either strengthen or weaken depending on the effort we invest on learning. The growth mindset encourages us to persist through challenges, push our limit. It aids our brain in establishing and reinforcing these vital connections through those synapses, which makes the connection between the neurons. Again, this brain plasticity isn't solely about the physical structure of the brain. It's equally about the brain's ability to adapt and change in response to feedback and experiences. This ability empowers us to enhance our skill, conquer obstacles, and recover from setbacks. In a growth mindset, mistakes and failures are seen as a stepping stones to growth, not as indicators of inadequacy. Embracing growth mindset unlocks the door to improve learning, resilience, and personal development. By believing that your abilities can be nurtured, you become more inclined to invest the effort needed to reach your aspiration. As you push your boundaries and learn from your experiences, good or bad, your brain responds by rewiring itself, making more proficient in the task you tackle. This slide introduces the concept of growth mindset, emphasizing its role as a continuous learning rather than a fixed destination. The colorful brain graphic symbolizes the dynamic nature of learning and mental development, highlighting how embracing changes and new experiences fosters personal and professional growth. The icon of people with an upward trend reinforces the idea that adopting a growth mindset not only benefits the individual but also drives collective progress and success within the teams or organization. This sets the stage of exploring strategic and benefits of cultivating the growth mindset. So again, the brain's plasticity, the synapses, the neurons between which the communication happen through synapses will overall help you to grow. Why continuous learning? As we said that when we do have a growth mindset, the ability or belief that one person can learn anything, anytime, although this person will continuously learn and develop and strengthen the synapses which is connecting the neurons and make it stronger. So it will help you to develop yourself to grow in your personal and professional life. Now let us understand what are the key attributes that define individuals with a growth mindset. These people see learning as a lifelong journey and believe intelligence is not fixed but can be developed through effort. They understand that putting in consistent effort leads to mastery and view failures not as permanent defeats but as a temporary setbacks that offers valuable lessons. Feedback is embraced as a critical source of information and an opportunity to improve rather than criticism. They willingly take on challenges and find motivation in success of others, using it as inspirations to push themselves further. The colorful brain image reinforces the idea of mental growth and adaptability, emphasizing that growth mindset is about continuous development and resilience in the face of obstacles. Now let us understand the connection between growth mindset and goal setting. When it comes to achieving our goals, our mindset plays a crucial role in determining our success. Our mindset or our belief and attitudes can either fuel our motivation and drive or hinder our progress. In fact, studies have shown that individuals with growth mindset are more likely to set and achieve ambitious goals compared to those with a fixed mindset. One way in which mindset affects our goal setting is by influencing our level of goal clarity. A growth mindset characterized by a belief in the ability to adopt or develop and improve through effort encourages the individuals to set clear and specific goals. They understand that their abilities and skills can be developed over time and therefore they are more likely to set challenging yet attainable goals. For example, imagine two individuals who want to start their own business. The first person has a fixed mindset and believes that business success is determined by the innate talent and abilities. As a result, they may hesitate to set ambitious goals for fear of failure or not having the necessary skills. On the other hand, a person has a growth mindset and believes that they can acquire the skill and knowledge to succeed in business. They set a clear goal such as launching the business within 6 months and generating a specific amount of revenue within the first year. Another way in which mindset influences goal setting is by shaping our response to obstacles and setbacks. Individuals with a growth mindset view challenges as opportunity for growth and learning. They understand that the setbacks are a part of the process and are more likely to persist in the face of adversity. For instance, let us consider two individuals who have set goals to run a marathon. During their training, they both encounter injuries that prevent them from running for several weeks. The individuals with fixed mindset may see this setback as a sign that they are not cut out for running and give up their own goal altogether. On the other hand, the individual with growth mindset would view the injury as a temporary setback, seek alternative way to maintain the fitness while they recover. They may adjust their training plan, consult with physical therapists, or explore cross-training options to stay on track towards their goal. To harness the power of mindset in goal setting, it is essential to cultivate a growth mindset. Here are the few strategies a growth mindset can have. Embrace love for learning. See challenges as opportunity to learn and grow. Embrace new experiences and seek out knowledge and skill that will help you to achieve your goal. Then emphasize efforts and persistence. Recognize the effort and persistence are the key factors in success. Celebrate your progress and focus on the process rather than solely on the outcome. Surround with positive influencers. Surround yourself with individuals who have growth mindset, who support and encourage your goals. Their positivity and belief in your abilities will help your motivation and determination. In conclusion, our mindset significantly influences our goal setting process and ultimately our success. By cultivating growth mindset, we can set clear and ambitious goals, overcome obstacles with resilience, and ultimately achieve sustainable growth. Now let us explore how to cultivate and sustain growth mindset. Simply cultivating, knowing how to develop growth mindset is not sufficient, but it is important to sustain also. Most of the people simply learn how to develop or understand this growth mindset. It is also very important one should sustain for a longer period. The simple way is that simply the way we talk to ourselves can have a powerful impact on our mindset. Instead of using fixed mindset statements such as I can do this or I am good at this, use growth mindset statements such as I can learn to do this or I can improve at this. Replace the word failure with learning, opportunity, and the word problem with challenge. Here I'll show you a simple way how we can start learning to develop this growth mindset. This slide focuses on how to cultivate a growth mindset through self-talk, simple self-talk. It highlights the importance of recognizing challenges as opportunities to develop skills rather than signs of fixed ability. The visual contrast of growth mindset statement, which emphasizes efforts and learning, with fixed statements that suggest limitations are innate and unchangeable. By adopting growth mindset languages such as acknowledging the difficulty arises the process of learning and practice. Individuals can foster resilience and motivation. The check marks and cross help clarify which type of self-talk support growth mindset growth versus those hinder it. It encourages us to reflect on our internal dialogue and consciously shift towards growth-oriented statement to enhance personal and professional development. Here I will request, if you are interested, take the screenshot of these statements, which will help you to start start to learn about growth mindset and implement and to sustain. Now let us understand second way or second step to develop this growth mindset. While it is important to acknowledge and appreciate ourselves, our achievement, we should not base our self-worth on them. Instead, we should focus on the process and the effort that we put into our goals. We should celebrate our progress, our learning, and our improvement rather than our results. This way, we can avoid complacency and foster continuous desire to grow. Then uh, feedback is essential for growth as it helps us identify our strengths and weakness and provides us with guidance and directions. However, feedback can also trigger a fixed mindset if we perceive it as a judgment or a threat. To avoid this, we should seek feedback from diverse and credible sources and view it as an opportunity to learn and improve. We should also be open to giving and receiving constructive criticism and avoid taking feedback personally or defensively. Then challenges and setbacks are inevitable in our life and they can either hinder or enhance our growth depending on how we respond to them. Instead of avoiding or giving up on challenges, we should embrace them as opportunities to stretch ourselves and learn new skill. Instead of being discouraged or defeated by setbacks, we should use them as a catalyst to bounce back and try again. We should also learn to cope with the stress and emotions that arises from difficulties and seek support when needed. The people we interact with can influence our mindset either positively or negatively. We should seek to surround ourselves with people who share and support our growth mindset, who inspire us to learn and grow. We should also avoid or limit our exposure to people who have a fixed mindset, who undermine or discourage our growth. We should also be mindful of how we influence others and try to model and promote a growth mindset in our family, friends and colleagues. Rather, I will say that some research has been done that by Harvard University some years back. We say that we should be always with the positive people. By observing the positive people, we learn some good things from them, and we try to imitate them. And by imitating, we quickly learn, and we know the path to success, and keep on learning from this people with having a positive mindset or growth mindset, and it will surely help us to grow in our personal and professional career. Now let us summarize what we learned today. We started by defining what is growth mindset. Growth mindset is a belief or understanding within ourselves that we have got the ability to learn new skills anytime, irrespective of our age, conditions, background, or challenges. Then we started comparing this growth mindset with fixed mindset. The fixed mindset is the opposite of growth mindset. The person having fixed mindset believes that whatever he has learned, whatever innate learning he has done, there is no further he can learn, and he focuses on the outcome, whereas the person with growth mindset will focus on the process and the effort he has put. Then we also talked about why growth mindset is important or required. So then we went to ownership mindset, relations between ownership mindset, resilience and growth mindset. They are interconnected psychological attributes which all together work in a cycle which will help you to grow in personal and professional life. And how growth mindset work, then what is the science behind the growth mindset, we talked about it. Then we talked about by self-talk, then science behind then self-talk. Then also we talked about what is the connection between goal setting and growth mindset. The person with growth mindset will have clarity in his goal. He will think in a better way and he will work on that particular goal things once it is clear. Then finally, how to cultivate and sustain growth mindset. I hope you have learned today something, and this particular session is going to help you. Again, I will conclude by saying the growth mindset provides the how of the journey and begin with the end in the mind, provides the where of the journey. Basically, the person with growth mindset will have a clear goal a clear understanding of his goal set. He knows how to go in the journey of that continuous learning to achieve. And always one thing I will like to tell you, that begin with end in mind. What Stephen Covey say, that during this process, keep your end target in mind, keep on working with the process and continuously learn, and it will help you. Now again, one more thing is that how we also discussed initially, karma yoga and growth mindset, almost both are similar. Do not work on the end result, work on the current moment. The results, rewards will come automatically. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked this particular video, please like and subscribe.